Shifting our focus, a bizarre incident has come to the fore from Delhi's IGI airport, where a team of CSF personnel detected a monkey skull concealed inside a passenger's hand baggage during the security screening. The passenger was traveling from Delhi to Hyderabad, and on being questioned, the passenger identified the item as a skull of a monkey. The passenger was then handed over to the police for further legal action under the Wildlife Protection Act. So that is the latest as far as this bizarre incident that has come to the fore from Delhi's IGI airport.
Kind of give it a, take it for granted that it is clear for consumption. But speaking exclusively to Times Now, the FDA commissioner says that even a single food safety violation is unacceptable. So after 3,100 plus inspections, 165 licenses were suspended, over 700 notices were issued, and he's gone on to stress that food businesses must source from registered or licensed suppliers and follow all prescribed standards for preparation, packaging, and sale. So let's in the meantime connect with Rucha. Rucha, this has been in the news, and especially we are talking about big chains. So we often, take it as granted that the safety and the food norms that they follow is something which is extensive. But we are now looking at questions are now being raised on these very popular food chains. So tell us about these raids, what all has been found out. And of course, when it comes to the alleged use of expired products, that seems to be one of the biggest concerns.
Well, in the fresh development yesterday, FDA has taken action on Domino's Pizza and several other outlets of such big chains where including McDonald's, Pizza Hut and Subway, Starbucks. All these chains were inspected by FDA yesterday, and in Domino's outlet, it was found that the same platform was being used for non-veg and veg pizza. Same oven was being used, and also expired cooking oil was also found. And similarly, action is also being taken on not just the private hotel chains or the food joints, but also on the government offices. As we know that the headquarters of BMC, the canteen there is also suspended. The license of the canteen is suspended. Bombay High Court, Mantralaya, all these places are also facing the similar kind of action where FDA Chief, FDA Commissioner Tukaram Munde is taking massive action against all these food chains and restaurants who are violating the basic norms, the basic food safety that is expected to be delivered to the consumers, to the customers, and not just the restaurants or the joints, but also the food delivery partners and food delivery apps are also facing the similar action. As we saw, massive action was taken against Blinkit store where the groceries were found in very bad condition.
Yes, because the instant delivery services also have come under scanner, and we have such, seen incidents that have taken place in Karnataka and also in Mumbai. But when we speak of the person here in question, as far as the FDA commissioner, as Rucha has been saying, to come out to say that every single food violation, a safety violation, is unacceptable. Listen in as far as we hold his conversation, of course, when we talk about big chains, how they too have now come under scanner.
Tukaram Munde, the new FDA commissioner, has taken the charge, and after that there are many raids and inspection which has been done by Tukaram Munde's team. We are joined by Tukaram Munde sir. Welcome to Times Now. It's been a pleasure and it's been an honor to interview you, sir. I just want to start with how bad is the situation in Maharashtra as we see about food violation, food norms violations. How bad is the situation, sir?
I cannot tell you a percentage, but any unsafe food, substandard food, any adulteration food is a bad thing. And to put in a context, it is not everywhere we have found unsafe food or substandard food or not adulterated food. We have taken action against those which have been found. So if you are looking at the data, so out of 3,100 plus inspections, only 165 where licenses were suspended forthwith, and around 700 plus have been given improvement notices. It means remaining were by and large good. So, but for me, as a regulator, even a single incident is bad.
Sir, I just want to ask you about, there was a raid which was conducted by you and your team on Blinkit on 7th of August. Is quick commerce safe for the users? I just want to ask you about that.
We should not sweep anything and we should not make any sweeping statement. It's not about quick commerce. It is about whether those standards and safety norms and regulations are being followed by a particular FBO or not. The food which is being served and which is being sold to the consumers has to be as per the standards. From where they are purchasing, those have to be registered or licensed. They have to follow the protocol and the regulations which are there in existence. They have to prepare the food accordingly. They have to package the food accordingly, and they have to sell it accordingly. If those platforms or whatever say quick commerce sites are not following those, we are taking action against them.
Sir, till now, how many dark stores we have just raided, and where we have found this type of situation of hygiene?
We issue press note every day, so I have not any particular count about dark store or something like that. But whatever data is there, it is in a public domain. We issue press note and we have to call out from that.
Sir, what are the precautionary measures which should be taken by the consumer, if you want to tell them?
See, consumers need to know what they are eating, what they are purchasing. When I say what they are eating, not just the name, but the ingredients in it, the constituents.
So with these concerns that have been raised in Maharashtra, similar kind of raids that have also taken place on part of Karnataka FDA that continues with its crackdown on restaurants and seizing over 100 kgs of food. And this is where there have been findings that have been shocking. When we speak of expired meat and sausage and vegetables with fungus, that seems to have been found in these big chain restaurants. So the FDA there in Karnataka, which is also intensifying inspections across the state, and on government-run kitchens and canteens that have also come under increased scrutiny. Let's connect with Akshara on this, because Akshara, this is important. The facilities that have been inspected, that also includes Arogya Soda, which is said to be focusing on food quality, hygiene, preparation, and the standards that are now followed in compliance with the food safety regulations.
Well, yes, absolutely. Such hotels and institutions which fall under the government department are also on the scanner. And after the raids that have been conducted, many violations there have been also been found, especially at the Indira Canteen, which is one of the government scheme that was being rolled out by the Congress. So there also a raid was conducted, and following which dead cockroaches and unhygienic practices were found. And also at the legislators' hall, a canteen at the legislators' hall was also raided, and even there as well you have unhygienic practices. At the very same time, a couple of weeks back, you had 3-star and 5-star hotels who were practicing unhygienic practices. Expired food articles and other materials were also being used. One high-class Sky Lounge that was in the UB city was also shut down following the violations. And the Karnataka Health Department has served notices and also taking necessary actions against such hotels and institutions that have been practicing unhygienic practices at the very same time or not following the FSSAI standards as well. So yes, necessary action is being undertaken, and the raids are also underway. Remember, not just on hotels, but also these storehouses. The Zepto storehouse was also found to be practicing unhygienic practices. Food was not stored properly, and action has been taken against that as well.
Yes, because the officials have, also destroyed expired milk, meat, bakery products that they have seized from several 3-star to 5-star hotels across Bengaluru. And what was now being flagged are expired food, fungal growth on vegetables, unhygienic conditions in the kitchen, and improper storage of meat products as well. But amid the crackdown, the Karnataka Health Minister has also issued a strong warning, saying that their team will go everywhere where food is being served and inspection or raids would be carried out.
Joining us right now is Karnataka Health Minister UT Kadir. Sir, there has been massive crackdown on a lot of restaurants, 5-star hotels and pubs that we've been seeing. And in the past few days, it has also moved to Indira Canteens, which is also the government run. So what exactly is the intention behind these raids? Why did the government want to start such raids? What was the, what did you want to learn from this, and how are you planning to move?
See, our main concern was the health of the society. And so as far as now, you see all these diseases are too much, from small children to bigger people. And the non-communicable diseases, which was very less before, is now like a communicable disease. And all this heart, cancer, kidney, liver, all these problems are like COVID everywhere.
Yeah.
So if this goes for 10 to 15 years, I think it will have a lot of problem in this state and this country. And it is our duty to see why this, instead of giving the medicine, my as health minister, my intention is to build less hospitals,
Okay.
not to build more hospital. So I have to see that preventive measures are more important. The awareness should give to the people what you eat and how you eat and what you shouldn't eat.
Yeah.
That's a primary thing. So naturally, we won't know. We are not concerned about that. About the advertisement you see, we see that younger generation, present situation, they have their food or any snacks, anything. Ultimately, it affects their health. That awareness should be given. And we want to show the society also, everything is not all right everywhere. Please be careful before you eating or your children eating, or that what you should eat and what you should not eat.